Since 1885, the storied house of Royal Selangor has been producing pewter household items for their customers in Malaysia. Today, Royal Selangor exports to more than 20 countries. We take a drive around Setapak, Kuala Lumpur, the home of Royal Selangor's headquarters and factory, with Yong Yoon, the pewter company's executive director, who also happens to be the fourth generation and the founder's great-grandson. We find out what plans he has for this established pewter house. Good morning, Yoon. Welcome to Driven.
Thank you, Chin.
Royal Selangor is one of Malaysia's oldest companies. Can you tell us how the brand and the company stays relevant?
Oh yes, that's our biggest and the most trickiest question. We actually have, we always start with design. We always feel that design is the most important component of our business. We find that it really differentiates us from the rest, and also it keeps us on our toes, and as a result keeps us relevant. So we have a very strong design studio.
Are there any hardcore Royal Selangor collectors that snap up the limited edition pieces?
Oh, we have many. From the Zodiac pieces that we do on a yearly basis, to most recently Star Wars. We've done many collaborations with also designers around the world where we've made, not to say limited, but limited run pieces, and they always get snapped up. Sometimes we find them on eBay, sometimes we find them on Amazon, but it's quite reassuring that that we've done something that will stay within, obviously, hopefully the family.
How is pewter perceived by the market?
Pewter is a very interesting material. It's obviously a metal and it's silver in color. So people normally mistake it as silver, but it has got a slightly more warm feeling, more warm texture to it. We use it in many of our products, obviously, and the perception is mixed. With the more Western countries, they understand it perfectly well. In fact, China as well, because there had been always a very old and established industry in China. But in the newer countries, it just makes it a little bit more challenging, but also a bit more fun, because you're always teaching someone something new, new in the material, new in the design, and obviously new in the brand.
With the depletion of tin as a natural resource, where does Royal Selangor source most of their tin from?
We purchase our raw materials on what they call the London Metal Exchange. So it's a commodity. In fact, tin is the fourth most expensive commercially traded metal. So we buy it on the LME. It is getting quite difficult to obviously secure a good price nowadays because of the fluctuations in commodity prices. Not because it's becoming more scarce, but because of obviously the turmoil in the economic climate. We recycle a lot of our waste or offcuts, which is a great thing with pewter. Actually, it's 100% recyclable. We put it back into our production process, but we also now realize, not because of its scarcity, but also because of people's tastes. We'd like to marry our pewter with other materials such as glass, wood, and fine china, and that really makes it quite different because it adds a little bit more colour to our products.
What plans do you have for Royal Selangor, and how do you plan to grow the company?
So a lot of effort will be into developing that relationship with Disney and Lucasfilm. That's the fun bit. The more tough bit would be growing some markets. We find that we struggle quite a bit with the US, although we're pretty strong in Canada. We've come in and out in the US, and hopefully by the end of this year we should have some steady clientele in the US where we can support with our beautiful products. With regards to other partnerships by Lucasfilm, there are many in the pipeline, but we will still continue to nurture the relationships that we have with the V&A Museum, the National Palace Museum. I mean, these two are very strong partners who've been working with for a long time. And I think there's still a lot more potential there.
Thank you so much for your time, Yoon.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Okay.
It was enjoyable.
Thank you.